Yeah, we got a full set here. Everything but the 20. Over.
Okay, that seems like probable cause to me. And by the sounds of the sirens, our backup is on its way. Over.
And in a fit of, this can't possibly be a good idea, you said he dropped that bag, like, right inside?
Yeah, inside the house, yep.
Okay, I'm just going to, now I have the ability to phase self. Can I just reach through the wall and grab the bag and bring it back out?
You absolutely can do that.
Okay, I reach in, grab it, and I just open the bag.
And hold on, I do have to see whether it made it to that copy of the character sheet or not. Every time you use that skill, you tick the D20 up by 1. If it's not written on there, it's what happens anyway.
It is not written on there, but hey, go for it.
All right, D20 ticks from 10 to 11. So yes, you just phase through the wall, you grab the brown paper bag, you bring it out. As soon as you open it up, you see that there is game books inside, there is character sheets, and there is a black container of some kind, small, just a couple inches by a couple inches, perhaps a piece of jewelry, perhaps something else, who knows, that's inside of it. But you do see that, and then all of a sudden, the front door bursts open, and level 6 Beardo is standing there, and you just see like a little red tint glow in his eyes.
And then you hear the radio click. Oh, make sure you don't let Aaron see a D20 because that might cause him to flip. Over.
Why do no one tell me these things? Over.
Oh, by the way, where are you in case we need to go to where you're at?
Hello.
Over.
So at this point, because we're horrible people and split the team up, we are entering into our first combat, actually, with only half the team. So the other people will have to remain bored as they've made their own life choices.
We're doing all the cool CSI stuff. We're gathering evidence. We got gloves on and little baggies. We're putting all these evidences in.
This is going to be insane. Okay, so
you're all going to die.
This is you all are on the front steps of this thing. Our level 6 Beardo is standing out there. Inca, you are still in the van, correct?
No, I went around to the back because I was gonna, I was like, that's a good idea. I'll cover the back. So I've been apparently peering through like a rear kitchen window, just seeing glimpses of what's happening and reporting over the radio.
The wife ran into the back to get away from the creeper in the front of the house, and she just sees another one in the back of the house, and she screams with a big radio, and she screams again and runs upstairs. Are we at a one-on-one fight? All right, whatever. Sure. This is absurd. Okay, this is the way to introduce the first fight. All right, you'll still get turns in it too. So, how combat works in Satanic Panic? A lot of it's pretty standard fare for tabletop, with a couple differences. The players essentially will always go first, and then it will be followed by, of course, the people that you're fighting. On your turn, you can do one of several actions. You can take your standard actions, your most common thing that you're going to do, that you would typically make an attack with it. Of course, you can use a weapon to shoot. You can use you specifically have powers that you can deal damage, and of course, you can take a move action. Typically, this is done with a battle map where we would draw it out. We are doing it Theater of the Mind here today for this podcast / broadcast. So within this, Inca, you are going to have to take a move action to get back around to the front of the house within visibility, or within visibility of the person that you are fighting.
I would like to interject that he could actually go through the house, because that would be more badass.
You absolutely could go through the house, like an artillery shell, to use a metaphor.
Like an artillery shell.
And like an artillery shell, breaking every single one of their Fabergé eggs on the way.
Stopping just to push over their china cabinet. Just stopping like, and then keep running.
Now, starting off, it will be Aaron. You get to start off this combat. You are facing this thing. You can do whatever it is you choose to do. The typical thing is his eyes are glowing red. You know he's a tabletopper.
Okay. Then if his eyes are definitely glowing red, I will toss the bag behind me vaguely towards where the vehicle is, and I'll bring up my hand, and you can increase that D20 by 1 when I do that.
Yep.
And black energy just kind of develops around Aaron's hands, and you can actually see like the light in the street get darker and redder as he unleashes this blast of energy at the tabletopper in front of him.
Okay, and what does the attack do?
It is Void Bolt. The idea is basically it's a negative energy blast that does 2d8 damage, range 2, spread 1.
Yep. And the wonderful thing about Satanic Panic is attacks always hit. There is no such thing as missing. You roll and you deal damage.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Man,
let's introduce one concept. It's called collateral damage. So here's the interesting thing. We didn't talk about this at the beginning. You all have an allowance of 30 collateral damage during this mission. Okay. So you don't want to go above that number. Anytime you make a roll and you roll above 12, you start dealing collateral damage. So let's say you rolled a 16. You would deal 16 points of damage to whoever you're hitting and 4 points of collateral damage. You may have weapons and abilities that modify that. Do note, though, that any non-lethal weapons never deal collateral damage. So, like your taser.
That's good to know.
Good to know.
All right. Energy balling.
Okay, 12 points of damage.
That is the optimal roll. As you blast into him, his beard like singes away from dark energy. It rips open his stained shirt, and you just see a black beating heart staring at you.
The heart has eyes. He's been infected.
He reaches over and grabs. Actually, and then I should explain how initiative works, because there are actually 2 of you in this combat technically. And that is after the first person has acted, you get to choose whoever goes next in the initiative order. This is going to all seem really silly because there's 2 of you all, and whoever goes last in the initiative order next round will go first. So essentially, you all will just flip flop because again, there's only 2 of you in this combat.
We can't pick him to go next.
No.
Okay.
No. All the tabletoppers or all the bad guys will go after you all have completed yours, and then back and forth we go, sort of team initiative style.
Okay.
Inca.
Engaging red-eyed foe. Over. And then Inca drops the radio and enters through the small kitchen window that she's been awkwardly staring at. Doesn't want to. Collateral damage, she gets yelled at all the time, right? And so she reaches in and she carefully pushes it in till the latch fails, right? And then reaches in for that little whirly thing, and whirly things it the rest of the way open, right? And then very carefully ducks in around the sink, right, and moves a couple dishes so they don't clatter, and then lands quite gently. Says, no collateral, and then turns over and literally bumps into and pushes over the wailing wife, like, oh, sorry, and then pulls out a pistol and runs to the front.
Okay, so you're doing your move action to get, if you're going in the house, essentially you'd have to do 2 move actions. So you could choose to do a second move action this turn to get out to the front, but you couldn't do anything else.
I can't get into the living room where there's a big bay window and just shoot out through it.
You absolutely can do that. Shooting out. However, you will increase the panic level by shooting through a window. But entirely your choice. No. Inca
will take her time with her second move action to unbolt the door and unlock the latch and undo the chain. Forgot about that. And then walk out front and then watch Aaron get crispified by this red-eyed horror.
Yes. So what he does is now it is his turn. He reaches and he just rips off one of the pieces of the banister on the front porch and swings it at you. At you being at Aaron. Aaron, what's your defense?
Aaron's defense is a 6, and he's scrambling backward, going, that one, rolling that one.
No, he absolutely clobbers you for 4 points of damage.
Ah!
Bam! He hits you. The wood breaks off, splinters everywhere, and he just has his red glowing eyes staring down at you. He is unaware of Inca's presence now, and we are now back to your order. Inca, you are up.
So I level my tactical pistol and drop the whole clip into him.
Aha! So yes, you can fire as many shots as you want. So how many shots and what dice size is that?
Oh God!
That's 44 total.
44. That's not bad at all.
So just rolling 44. That's 2.
44.
That's 1. Sorry, that's 4. It's better. And 2. 9 total.
9 points of damage to him. Are you the soldier?
Yes.
You have an ability.
Which
and that
reloads pistols.
Which is absolutely wonderful for you, because to reload a pistol or any weapon is a standard action, so you get to reload your pistols for free, which is great. The other thing is you can modify the total of your dice roll up or down up to 2. I think that's still on that sheet, right?
Yes, it is.
So, yes, and that's why you can
That's
go...
why it can go down, is
Exactly.
to lower collateral. I'm a
Yes.
surgeon with this pistol. Click, click.
Yes. So, do you want to modify that roll of 9?
Yes, we'll bring it up to 11 because the magic number's 12, right?
There you go. You got it. Bam. Four bullets in his back. Black blood spurts out the back. But he is still...
Flip it upside down, jam the other clip in, slide the slide back in place. You go down, dice boy.
He's still on his feet. Aaron.
Okay, Aaron had got knocked to the side. Bullets go like spurting out through this dude's chest, impacting the ground near where he was, and he just kind of leans up on one hand, straightens his sunglasses on his face with the other hand, and then unleashes another void bolt at him.
Another void bolt. Dice ticks up to 13.
And unfortunately for everyone in the house, I do 14 points of damage, so a little bit of the spray goes right through him and up through like the roof, sending the TV antenna spiraling off into the darkness.
Yes, you blast it. The front of the house gets singed. You deal 14 points of damage to him and 2 points of collateral damage. Also, did I forget to mention, anytime that you deal collateral damage, the enemies get to make an immediate attack of opportunity against you as a free attack.
No, you did not mention that. No.
I didn't mention that. Silly me. As like you rip open, like most of his shirt is now gone, and his flabby chest is just there. His heart is like still attached, but it's like fallen out and hanging down, and his mouth just sort of opens and this black smoke starts coming out. The D20 ticks up by 2. It is now at 15.
Ooh.
And he is making an attack roll. What is your defense again?
6.
He actually misses you. Amazingly, he misses you. So that was the end of his attack of opportunity, but now it goes to their turn, and he still gets another attack on his turn.
I want to wait. I was wanting to ask a question because you said we never miss. We always just roll damage.
Yes,
but you do roll attacks for the bad guys to possibly
the
miss
bad
us?
guys can miss, absolutely,
because they have a D20.
Yep. Gotcha. You all are trained soldiers. They are people playing a game trying to defend themselves from being murdered in their own house at 2:00 in the morning. We get the satire of what's going on. Yes. So, now, it is his turn, so he just let this black smoke out, and you got out of his way. He comes, like, clawing through the smoke at you again. This time, he does hit you. You take another 4 points of damage. Additionally, the front door you see gets kicked open. Inca, you turn around, and the wife is standing there, and her eyes are now glowing red as well.
Oh!
They have Vimen now? Curses!
And she picks up from the brown bag, she picks up the book, she flips it open, and she starts reading through it. Nothing else happens, but the dice ticks up another 2. It's at 17. It is now you all's turn.
What is it a standard action to throw ourselves to re-roll the die?
No, it is a free action.
I would like to invoke that free action because that die is getting very dangerous.
Roll a d20.
All right.
I feel like the silent spectator crowd
Yes!
should be rolling it.
4.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. Great roll. And hopefully that wasn't any of your corruption numbers, specifically for our person who rolled the dice.
It was not.
All right. So the dice has been reset to 4. It is still your turn now.
Okay. Now that there are 2 of them, so this is getting out of hand. Now she's got a book and she's reading out of it. Things are spiraling out of control. Take the woman. I got this. And he's going to reach into his pocket, pull out the taser, and jam it into the thing's heart.
It's dangling out. Yes.
I love it. I love it. All right. So the taser does what kind of damage?
I believe it's non-lethal damage.
It is non-lethal, but how much?
2d12.
Say 2d12. So how this works is if you roll at or higher than whatever hit points he has left, he will go unconscious. If you roll lower than that, it'll literally do nothing.
Yep, that's what I'm hoping. I've done enough damage to make this
He
count.
does not look to be in great shape.
Well, with his heart hanging out. He really wears his heart on his sleeve, this one.
Oh, I only rolled 9 total.
And that is good enough. You hit the heart, his eyes roll back in his head, boom, and he goes flat down on the ground. He's breathing heavy. His heart is dirty from all the grass clippings, but he is still alive, if you want to even call that alive. He's still alive and breathing. And that takes us to Inca, who just got, actually nothing, but you have someone is reading out of a book.
Inca says, da, to Aaron's suggestion of going after the woman, and just very coolly tips the gun over her shoulder and empties the new clip right into this lady's face.
Give me your damage.
Like it's clear that the gun's going off right in her ear, and it's just like. No
I like to think that you have those sunglasses with the mirrors on the inside, on the end, so that you can see backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have done a trick shot. I only got 6 total damage. Plus 2 is 8. Because I assume she still has a.
Yep, absolutely. 8 points of damage. When you turn around, you see that she is just flat dead on the ground. Just bullets all in her. Done. You are shooting guns at human beings. We do realize this, yes. Wait, I apologize. I don't mean to scare her. She's not a human being. She's a horrible, horrible monster.
Okay.
Yeah, she is a tabletopper. That is my mistake. Yes. No, she had glowing red eyes. She's down. We're out of combat.
Hang on. Before we're out of combat,
you want to keep killing?
This guy is not dead. So Aaron looks around. He's really tired, so he doesn't want to use another void bolt. He walks over and grabs the push mower and just starts running it over the dude's heart.
No, wait. We keep this man for hostage, please. No, do not ruin.
It's just.
It would take you so long to start one of the push mowers.
No, it's a manual push mower.
Oh my god!
All the way to the rusty shed. Get that out. I at least have a chance for an interruption roll or something. People takes this man alive. He will lead us to the other tabletoppers.
He's a tabletopper. We're supposed to kill all of them.
Yes, after we beat the information out of them, then we kills them.
You just killed that one.
Yes, because look.
Why do you get to kill people and I don't?
Lawnmower her. I'm taking him to the vet.
That's not fair. She's already dead.
What? Pretend she's alive and kill her again.
I'm not allowed to roleplay anymore.
That's a good point. Do not pretend. Just
okay. I got a better.
Crate. I mean,
I have a better idea. He walks back to the vehicle and comes back with the big belly burger bag, takes out all the salt packets and starts shaking them all over him and the ground around him.
That's.
I didn't mean literally salt the earth.
And then grabs the radio. Francesca.
So
I salted the earth.
So there's a moment where that book that she was holding falls to the ground and there's just like blood over it. And then there's a fade cut to a comic book with a very similar image. There's blood and Reginald's flipping through it while Francisco's pouring his heart out about his wife. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh my
You know what?
God.
I don't know if it's today or... I'm going to be honest with you. In here, it smells like garbage, but it smells like Trenton. It smells like home.
Yeah. Flip. Yeah.
Yep, that's whatever you're talking about for you.
Mm-hmm.
Some days it feels like my heart is a cup that somebody left in a sink. Somebody's turned the faucet on, and it's just overflowing. And I can't hold it in anymore. It's just all gushing out. Chokes me up.
Yeah, me too.
He's so fucking heartless.
So, I don't know. That's enough about me. How's Dilbert?
Doing great. I think we're going to need to bag all of this for evidence, though. I think all of this needs to go with us. So I'm going to start loading it into the van. We'll do the paperwork later. Is that good with you? Great. Let's go.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm going to get some tissues, and then I'll touch the evidence.
All right, so you're literally stealing comic books. Is that what I'm understanding?
It's evidence.
He's going to start his own store, damn it.
That's right. He's on a mission to start his own damn store. Okay, so you all are doing that. The people that are at the crime scene. I mean the government operation. What is the decision to do in this matter of our living tabletopper?
Bring the van. We have a hostage. I mean, a witness. I mean, an arrested. What do you call it when we're proceeding to extraordinary rendition of the suspect?
The van's full of evidence. I'm not sure we can hold a passenger right now. Over.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say over. Over.
You said it twice.
Yes, I know I said it twice. What are you looking at me for? Please stop that.
Because the police are pulling up outside.
Over. Have it back. Take it back.
What's your address? Where are you at?
We're in 725 Suburbia Avenue. We're on the corner of Fake Street.
Over. Didn't say over.
Over.
How dare you say that I couldn't be bothered to actually look at real street names in a town 10 miles from where I live. I resent your acquisition. So you all, are you all bringing the van to them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will leave the evidence here for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back.
So you all screech, pull up in the van. At the same time, you all see red and blue lights like that are going to be here in about 30 seconds.
We have Big Belly burgers and milkshakes when we pull up.
Yay!
Now I'm starting to wonder why the cops took so long to get here. But if you had time for literal milkshakes at 2 o'clock in the morning. But yes, you all get out. You see the scene with a tabletop in front of you. 2 cop cars pull up, get out, guns drawn. Look at you all. What is going on here?
Nothing to see here. We are officers of the federal agency. Over.
Why are you using the radio?
Why are you using the radio?
I don't know. I don't.
Give me that.
Are you talking to us? Over.
No,
I'm
he's
here
talking
in front
to the police. Over.
We are officers of the agency of no reasonable name. Over. No, wait.
Listen, did you all just kill these people?
They were
Officers.
very suspicious. Oh.
Yes, they called us. They said there were suspicious people outside their house. That is why we are here.
Okay, officers, I can explain this. You know how
I go
long
I go start loading the bodies into the van while he's talking.
I spent a lot of time on the force myself. I just recently transitioned to this position, you know. This was a domestic that got out of hand. And I mean, look at the situation. Who are you going to listen to?
It got out of hand.
And a boy in sunglasses and a sailor suit, or one of your own? Think about it.
Why are you with a Russian and a boy in a sailor suit?
To be fair, I'm Czechoslovakian. That's technically different.
I'm not a boy.
Not in this time frame.
Also,
No,
my
not
accent-
in the 80s.
Also, my accent weans in and out of German and Dutch, so I don't think it counts. Yeah.
Vaguely European.
Vaguely European. Yeah, and then there's further questions like why the that front porch it's on fire. The fire's black. That's odd. Not sure what's going on with that.
It's nighttime.
It's swamp gas. Venus is
words.
on the horizon.
Chinese fireworks.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
I need credentials. Let me see credentials. And you all do have government badges.
Yeah.
Didn't your boss
Okay.
give you credentials?
Okay, so you all flash the badges, and they don't know like really what to do. So they're like, "Okay, we gotta radio this in. You all don't leave town. Like, I gotta check on this." But they let you all go. Panic level goes up from 0 to 1 on our panic level chart, as they are now aware of you all's presence here in the town. But they leave you about your business.
All right, so we need to go into the house and look for something that would tell us where these other miscreants are at.
Plus,
'Cause
there's
we got
a
us
black
up. We got
box
us.
that may or may not have a D20.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't open it. It's in the bag.
Do you all want to open and see what's inside that little container?
not until Aaron's in his box.
I want to open it once it's inside one of our spare Lincolns. That way, we technically have not handled a D20 that we're not supposed to handle or get rid of. And once we open it, if we prove it's D20, we just close that sucker up, and we get some stoolie to drive it back to DC for us.
I will say in the technicalities, you are allowed to move it. You're just not allowed to roll it. That is what makes you a tabletopper.
So don't drop it.
That counts.
So like if the car had to stop real fast, oh shit.
Yeah, concern. But remember, what are you supposed to do when we encounter a D20?
We call it in.
Mm-hmm.
We have radio. I have a radio. Hello?
Well, we don't know if this is D20 or not. I mean, it could be anything. It could be...
And it's a
Imagine
D20.
it's like Pulp Fiction. There's like a glow that just... Yeah.
Red glow, yeah.
Yeah.
Inca, we happy?
Man.
Hello, person. We need pickup.
Clean up, on our way. Like almost instantly, 2 white vans screech up on the side. Everyone has terrible brakes apparently in the 80s. Up on the road. They're looking around. They're snapping on white gloves. They're in white suits.
I point at Inca.
It's so tempting in its radiance.
Put it down. Put it down. Down.
I go get in my crate.
Yeah, they shoot
And
you in the crate.
I get in and I pull the blanket over it.
And they proceed to sweep through the whole area. They're cleaning up the blood on the ground. They're fixing the banister, like they're doing the housework for it. They're loading up all the bodies. 2 of the people they approach the D20. They've got these giant metal tongs, and they reach down and slowly pick it up.
Salad
like
tongs.
He's got a bead of sweat coming down his forehead, and then the other one takes the cap off this giant tube that has this gel inside of it, and they hold the D20 directly over it and let it go, and it hits the surface and slowly sinks down right to the middle of that gel and stops. And then they close the cap back on it and put it in with a container with a bunch of these other tubes, and they breathe easy. It's contained. And within a couple minutes, they have swept the entire area, and it looks like nothing ever happened.
Good job, gentlemen.
Other than you do have the living one, the heart has been put back into his chest and taped up enough to keep him alive in the back of the van for further questioning. Now, tabletoppers that you do take, they enter a blood rage, and they do not come out of it for a long period of time. So typically, you cannot question them once they've entered that rage on the mission. They are brought back for later stuff. And actually, the Inquisitor has a sort of a skill track that you get new abilities based on how many people you take back to research.
Okay.
But that won't play into effect here. So, yes, that is... so, the scene's been cleaned. Our panic level is now up to 1 out of 10. Still not bad. 2 points of collateral damage have been dealt. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Our tabletopper has been hurt some. What do you all want to do?
We gotta secure him down first. You know, make sure that whenever he wakes up, it's gonna be fine.
It may be a couple days before he calms down.
So this shake, this has nothing to do with roll, right? That's very different. You do not roll this.
No.
Yeah, no, you would have to, it goes shake, first you shake, and then you rattle, and then only if you've shaken and then you've rattled might you accidentally roll.
That seems dangerous. We should draw the line at shake.
Yes, I agree with you. Stay away from babies.
But can we rock and then roll?
No.
I miss my son.
Rick Derringer says we should do that in the future too.
Damn it.
22 kids this guy has. 22. Gonna mention each one.
One wife, only one. Loyal man.
Okay, let's get inside. Let's check out the
triplets.
house before the cops come back and lock this place down. There's got to be evidence of these other people. They probably got a phone book. They probably have like a list of contacts next to the refrigerator with emergency numbers.
A Rolodex, a literal Rolodex, not a figurative one. That's a company with a brand name now.
you all go through the house. As you're looking through, you see the picture of the 2 people, former people that you murdered. Former both because they were no longer human at the time that you all murder deathed them, and I guess one is still alive. And you see pictures of them, with their small son, who you hear light snoring coming from one of the bedrooms down the hallway. But that's other people's problems. As you're going through, there is a phone list of contacts that George was his name had. That there seems to be like 5 other names that are sort of his go-to ones at the top of the list.
Reginald,
Yes.
I'm standing next to you. You don't need to use the radio.
I thought you went to the cage.
Well, we're checking the house. I can't do that from inside.
Awesome. Okay. Yes, Aaron.
The sleeping child may have dice in his crib. We should check.
As the matronly presence here, I suggest that I be the one to wake the child.
No.
I have
You
the
just had a
feminine
shake.
touch.
You just had a shake. There's a baby up there. There might be a rattle.
You should not. You should also not shake babies.
It's true.
That is a very sensible precaution. Okay, this should be a job for someone else.
I can handle this.
I will go
I know
and
a
back
thing
you
or two.
up. You have had 22 children. This should be easy for you.
So I head up to
All
that
right.
baby.
So what's the assault team that's going to the kids' rooms?
I think it's me and Aaron.
Yep.
Okay. So the two of you go up to the kids' room. It is a 5-year-old child, not in a crib anymore, in a bed, blissfully asleep under his NASCAR sheets. Yeah, NASCAR was big in the 80s.
NASCAR. That means he's not a tabletopper.
Clearly a jock. Clearly.
Could be camouflage, though.
That's true.
Can't you, like, smell him or something?
No.
Smell it.
I mean, like I can, but why would I?
I mean, like they, tabletoppers have a smell about them. Usually you can...
Only the older ones.
Why don't you check if he's warm?
to see if he's been
Just like a door.
open recently?
Okay. I put my hand on his forehead.
That is my favorite running gag now ever. Just whatever the investigation situation, check if it's warm.
Is that cocaine?
It's a character sheet with someone's name on it. Oh, really? Check if it's warm.
So while this is going on, I have found a phone book, because those
Yes.
existed in the 80s, and I've found the names and addresses of these 5 people.
We used to print the names and addresses of every damn human being in a phone book. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing that you can do in this time period. Yes. You've got the addresses.
Excellent. All right, you guys done with that kid? Let's go.
Is he warm?
What do you mean, is he warm? What does that mean?
He's asking the DM.
I'm asking the DM. Is
Oh.
the child warm?
The DM ignored that because it's a silly question. Yes, the child is of a human temperature. I don't know how
He
else
appears to
to say that sentence.
He appears to be warm. Does that mean he's okay?
Check his eyes.
Like,
Are they glowing?
How
open-
warm?
I open his eyes.
He wakes up screaming because he is a child that just had his eyes pried open. You now have a screaming kid. The eyes do not appear to be glowing.
Tasey.
He's okay.
Hey, kiddo.
Did
it's
you just say tase him? The guy that I specifically asked about child death prior to this thing.
It's
and
not
you're the one doing
It's
this?
non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
You just
I-
had a
It's
bad dream,
non-lethal
Tiger.
child death.
Is this?
Federico,
I ask with really bated breath. Are you tasing this child?
Well, we'll let Federico go first. He was trying to make a connection, emotional connection with the kid.
Yeah. So, hey. It's
What?
okay.
Where's mommy? Where's daddy?
They're downstairs. They're sleeping already. It's late.
Yeah, I don't want.
Mommy's taking a dirt nap.
Okay.
Aaron,
I
come
need
here.
you-
Come here. I got some milk duds. Come here.
Best behavior, please.
What's going on? Who are you? Get out of here! You're not supposed to be here.
Hey, they're having a moment.
We're gonna be gone soon, okay? What's gonna happen? I'm actually a policeman, and, we're doing some rounds tonight. We're making sure that everyone's sleeping tight and well. I heard that your forehead is warm. That's what Aaron told me. I want to make sure that it's not a fever. Can I touch your forehead to make sure that you don't have a fever?
If the bed bugs bit you, you could have a fever.
Best behavior!
Aaron, milk nuts.
This NPC and your GM have no idea how to respond to that. There is just silence.
Well, Mom always used to tell me to sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. I was trying to be comforting.
Okay, kiddo. So what we're gonna do, it looks like you're okay. Your parents are sleeping. Go back to bed, and what's gonna happen is in a little while, some more of my friends with the police department, they're gonna be here, and they're gonna see to you. They're gonna bring you a nice warm glass of milk.
I don't like milk.
Okay, well, what do you like to drink? What helps you sleep?
Don't say Mountain Dew. Don't say Mountain Dew.
I'm 5. I like soda, like Mountain Dew.
I can give you juice,
Danger.
but I'm gonna have to cut it with water.
But there's orange juice in Mountain Dew, which is a true fact, by the way. Look at the ingredients. There's orange juice in Mountain Dew.
That's close, but that's cutting it with caffeine and sugar, not water.
Yeah, but that's what Mommy and Daddy drink all the time.
I know. We're gonna talk to them about that. Just go back to bed.
Okay.
Go back to bed.
Reginald is going to slip to the other side and pull out a Batman comic book and just slide it next to him and say, here's a little boy who lost his parents and made something out of his life. No relation to the current situation, but maybe you should read this.
In the interest of, I don't even know, he falls asleep somehow with the comforting tones and 3 adult men in his bedroom having various odd conversations with him.
we get each other's like shoulders and we start singing all together. Go to sleep. Go.
Jim McClure could not handle that if that happened tonight to me. I don't know what's going to happen to this child.
Any of us could.
I would like to know what kind of a weird house you have when 3 men are serenading you to sleep.
One's a woman.
Okay.
I do want to jump in right now and grab the provisional rights to the song Rockabye NASCAR.
Fair.
Witnessed.
TM.
All right. So where are you all going from here with your investigation?
All right, I got a list of names. I got addresses. We're going to start at the top. We're going to go down the list.
Okay.
We're going to be fast. We're going to be hot because we want this done before morning.
All right. Perhaps in the interest of we are doing a podcast and it's 10 o'clock at night, instead of having 5 individual battles with tabletoppers, I assume we don't want to necessarily be here till 2 o'clock in the morning. How about for the interest of an entertainment show, we do a montage of you rounding up these 6?
Montage.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a montage.
So let's have you each do one. Because wait, there's 5 others. Let's have you each do one, and then we'll sort of get to the last name type thing. Okay. So who wants to jump in with their montage of when they were lead on the team to get a tabletopper?
All right, I'll go first. You see me burst in through a door, gun out, 2 quick shots into a kneecap. Guy falls down. He starts to open up his hand. There's a D20 in it. I do a back spinning kick, and the D20 just goes into his mouth and crushes his teeth.
That's insane, and I love it.
That's mine.
All right, who's up next?
Oh God.
Top that, right?
So we see a door, and that door bursts open with a kick as we parade in, and Federico steps forward, pulls out a picture, and points to it, and then you see him talk briefly to the tabletopper, and as tears begin to well up in his eyes and in the tabletopper's eyes, the extendable baton snaps out and smacks him on the back of the head.
Love it. And he just drops.
All right. You see Inca. There's a close up of her wearing her sunglasses with her night vision goggles over the top, and then there's a close up of her match spit out, and then there's a close up of it scraping against like a thick cardboardish back door and coming to light before it goes down to the crack as she stomps it out. And then there's a brief 20-second pause as she cracks open the door with her shoulder, and then she draws a bead on a scared-looking kid who didn't really know what he was doing. He was just experimenting, honest. And then there's a crack, crack, crack. It's a close-up of the slide, reproduces shells coming out of it, and a light smoke comes out of the top. And then there's a montage as you can see the shadow cast from extreme light. A lamp had fallen over, right? And so the extreme light you just displays a shadow of a smallish teenage body being dragged away as a splay of blood is in the foreground. It's the only shot of color.
It's artsy and inappropriate for this montage, and I love it.
And then we're at Big Belly Burger. And now to Aaron.
And Aaron kind of keeps looking back at the van as he walks up the front walk of this house. It's this nice little ranch house, and he keeps looking back, wondering why everybody's looking at him, letting him go arrest this last person. And he just kind of he every 2 steps he turns back and looks to see if everybody's staring at him. They are. And he finally goes up to the door, shrugs, and rings the doorbell. Rings the doorbell again, rings it like 5 or 6 times. Then you hear shouting from inside. And then this woman dressed in, normal 1980s, like curlers, nightgown, looks down from like 6'6" height at him and goes, "What?" And her eyes are this bright red. And he just looks up at her and goes, "I brought you a Big Belly Burger." And then hits her in the face with a void blast, and she drops over backwards with her head disintegrated. Then he takes the salt out and shakes it all over her again. Turns back to the van with a...
Okay, so then the montage ends as it slowly we slowly fade out in a montage. That's what always happens. And the 4 of you are in the surveillance van. You've tracked the last address out. And the last name on that address was Father Reinhardt.